Hello there, everyone. I hope you're all well. Welcome to r/AmITheDevil, where everyone is absolutely terrible. Absolutely terrible. And we call them the devil because of it. If you enjoyed today's stories, remember to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment with your thoughts on the stories. Now let's get started. Am I 30 male? Am starting to resent my wife, 30 female, for not being my ex. What steps can I take to rebuild our relationship? Background: I've been with my wife Erin for 7 years and married for 5. And we have a 2-year-old son. 2 years ago, I fell in love with the greatest woman ever, Diamond. I never cheated on my wife before that, and I still say I didn't. What we had was true love. Disclaimer: my wife is a kind soul, but we don't have that spark that we used to. I miss the spark, intensity, and the passion that we had in the beginning of our relationship. I filed for divorce to be with Diamond like we agreed, but for reasons unknown, Diamond got cold feet. My relationship with Diamond lasted 11 months. Afterwards, my wife and I got back together because the divorce wasn't official yet. Now, Erin's a great woman, but she's not Diamond. After getting back together with Erin, every little thing she does bothers me. The way she got dressed to go to work, the way she makes my coffee, everything. Unfortunately, I began taking it out on her by starting arguments and being snappy. Erin is a great person and doesn't deserve that. The fallout is, I realized I needed to take a step back after what happened last night. My wife put the baby to sleep and said she was going to shower and head to bed early. She asked if I wanted a snack or something before going to bed. I said no. She said she loves me and kissed me on the cheek. I didn't say anything and she said, "Why don't you love me?" She said I'm doing everything I can, but I don't know. I just told her point blank and said, "You're not her." That hurt her a lot and she just went upstairs. And I joined her an hour later. She was still crying. She cried all night in the master bedroom that I couldn't get sleep. She stopped and went to bed finally at 3:30. I feel so terrible. I want to do my part to rebuild our passion. Please help any way you can. You sound like an awful person. That was deliberately mean and hurtful. Divorce her. She deserves better. Diamond probably got cold feet because she realized she was about to be with a man that cheated on his wife. I hope Erin leaves you. Now on to the next story. I broke my wife, and I don't think this is fixable. This happened 6 months ago, and I only choose to talk now because I don't see improvement in sight, and I am hopeless. We were at a party. My friend is single, and we started talking about love and relationships. My wife and I have been happily married for 7 years. We have 3 beautiful children. She is the love of my life. When I was talking to my friend, I felt like we were on different levels of thinking. His complaints are mostly superficial about how the people he dated looked. I was a bit drunk at that point and said something like, "You don't fall in love with looks. Look at my wife. I love her more than anything compared to my ex who just looks." Everyone went silent, and my damage control was even worse, so I ended up shutting up. I couldn't get my point across, but even though I thought maybe these thoughts I had in my head only came out when I was drunk. My wife was shocked. First week, she was so angry and wanted to understand what I meant, and nothing I said was good enough. I was drunk. I love her. I think she's the most beautiful woman. She thought being drunk made me say my true feelings. Then one morning she just said, "You know, I have never felt as ugly as I have felt this past week. I have always thought I am beautiful." She didn't cry this time, but she hasn't been happy since. I started crying and apologizing, but she was like emotionless. It was the last time she looked at me too. She is taciturn and distant, only with me. She has lost 20 pounds and she works out 6 to 7 days a week. She never has free time with me. If she's not with the children or her family and friends, she's immersed in some book or has her headphones on. She's always fully clothed now, even in bed. She locks the bathroom door when she takes a shower. She is more active on social media too. She shares many pictures of her, and she thanks everyone who gives her a compliment. Before, it was just pictures of our children and pets, but now it's her, working out in sports bras and tights. I broke her, and I don't know how to fix it. You say your damage control is worse. What else did you say that night, and how long did you do it for? That's what I want to know. She didn't cry this time. It really says a lot, to be honest. Anyway, on to the next story. Am I the asshole for secretly eating takeout food my pregnant wife cannot eat because she has gestational diabetes? My wife, 34 female, and I, 35 male, have been married for 10 years and have been together for 15. She is 7 months pregnant and has gestational diabetes, which has been very hard on her, and by extension, very hard on me too and our relationship. Her doctor has strictly recommended she follows a strict diet, and that means no sugar or high-calorie foods such as Alfredo sauce or pizza and the likes. Naturally, she has been very upset because she has cravings, but there's no way she can indulge. She has gotten sick of the alternatives suggested to her and would start sobbing sometimes when we go outside because she'll see all the food places, only to realize she cannot eat what she wants. I feel for her. I really do. Our relationship started to break down a little when she started taking her anger out on me. My offense? Ordering the things I like to eat, such as cookies, cheese, frozen snacks. She got extremely mad at me for being able to enjoy eating these things and made me feel guilty for eating stuff she craves. My breaking point was once she was angry cried over the fact I brought home a box of donuts I received from the office on my birthday. I was sick of her behavior and the constant policing of my food intake in our home, that I, in no uncertain terms, made it very clear that she cannot punish me for health problems she has, and that this is in fact my house too, and I will eat and drink whatever and whenever I please. We had a bad argument that day, and I uttered divorce. That seemed to shake us both, and we did a few sessions of mental counseling. To keep it short, our therapist held her accountable, and shared that it was unfair on me to be on the receiving end of her emotional distress. However, she also emphasized that my wife is probably feeling unsupported too, and I could try to be a bit more discreet and stick up to making healthier meals together, which would be great for us both, since my wife cannot make up for excess blood sugar she has by working out a lot. She's chubby and has bad knees. I can see why she feels helpless. As a solution, we decided to stack up on the forbidden foods in the second fridge we have in the drawing room of our home that we used to store drinks and guest snacks for. It's better when reminders of the things she craves but can't eat are not there in the common fridge. This also means I can almost never order takeout at home, and sometimes I miss doing that while watching Netflix. I still missed having the occasional pasta dish at the Cheesecake Factory or McDonald's, so sometimes when I drive home from work, I eat in my car, keeping the therapist's reminder triggers in mind. Because I know that my wife is knowing that I ate stuff, but she can't be mad at me. Yesterday, though, I took my wife on a long drive, and she found a receipt of the Cheesecake Factory on the floor. At the moment when she found it, she started sobbing and wouldn't talk to me. She's now pissed at me and feels like I've betrayed her. I think she's overreacting, and I don't think I'm in the wrong, since 80% of the meals I have in a week are with her. I try to have takeout with her on Fridays, mostly. I do not think I am the asshole, because my wife and I have an agreement that I'll be discreet when I want to indulge in food I want to eat, so that she does not get triggered every time. Are you the asshole for occasionally eating fast food away from home that your wife doesn't know about? No. You're the asshole for literally every single other thing you wrote in this post. Like, what do you mean you still hate her? What? On to the next story. Am I the asshole for telling my 21 male girlfriend I want to fly to Singapore with my friends, then to Bali, and still get there the same time we would be flying separate? Hi guys. My girlfriend, friends, and I have a holiday planned for later this year, and we're now booking flights. Originally, we were meant to book flights on the 29th and arrive in Bali on the 29th. My friend, however, suggested that we take a flight on the 28th with a stopover in Singapore and still arrive in Bali on the 29th at 9:55 a.m. and save $200. I told my girlfriend this idea and she's not keen for it at all. She wants to fly direct and not with a stopover. Her reasoning is she doesn't want to fly without me. The flight from my country to Bali is 6 hours. My friends and I will miss our flights because we'll be drunk, and she doesn't want to be in a foreign country alone, which is completely understandable. I've already told my girlfriend that I'd get to Bali or around the same time as her, and I'd be waiting for her right when she landed. She'd have 2 friends of hers on the flight with her. The main part is I'll be in Bali before her waiting, as I've already shown her the flights, where she'll arrive on around the same time we arrive. I'll also add I invited her to come with us. She doesn't want to. She is now very angry at me and says I'm being selfish. Am I the asshole? You're the asshole. You basically want to spend $200 on getting shit-faced with your buddy instead of traveling with your partner. You're the asshole. If you still want a girlfriend, you would listen to her instead of prioritizing booze over her. You're the asshole. She doesn't want to do it. You're planning to drink your weight in alcohol. What if you miss your flight? What if your flight is delayed or canceled? There's way too much that could go wrong for this to work out. Thank you for watching today's video. I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, remember to like, subscribe, leave a comment with your thoughts on the videos, or maybe just leave an emoji. All comments help. I will see you all next time. Maybe check out one of my other videos. Hasta la pasta.